neuro-linguistic programming. This exercise helps to assist you in the use of the body to anchor positive resource states for feelings. In doing so, you learn to access these positive states more readily by capturing the memory in simple hand gestures. Your anchors are your thumb and forefinger on the dominant hand, the hand that you write with, thumb and middle finger on the dominant hand, thumb and forefinger on the non-dominant hand, the hand you do not write with. Practice now by pressing together thumb and forefinger on the dominant hand. Do this with a consistent but light pressure. Now press thumb and middle finger on the dominant hand. Now press together all three, thumb, middle finger, and forefinger. Now release. It's easy, but it's best to practice before closing your eyes so you're familiar with the action. Now on the non-dominant hand, press together your thumb and forefinger. Then release. That's all you need to know about using your fingers as an anchor for both positive and difficult memories. Now we'll move forward into the exercise. Find a comfortable and quiet spot where you will not be disturbed as you begin to relax in the knowledge that you're in a safe place where you can release any of the tensions you hold. Allow your eyes to soften and the eyelids to rest lightly on your eyes. Begin to focus on the rhythm of your breath. Pay attention to how it flows into your body and then out again. Notice that with just a bit of effort, you can lengthen the inhalation, making it smooth and soft. Imagine that there's a cool stream slowly filling up the lower part of your belly, filling it up completely. As the breath is released, allow any tensions to flow out with the exhalation. Inhale, cool, soothing breath, slowly filling up the belly, noticing the belly rise, exhaling, completely releasing any tensions with the breath. Notice that with just a bit of effort, you can lengthen the inhalation, making it smoother and softer. Allow your eyes to close completely at this time, if they're not already closed. Pause before the next inhalation, allowing even more breath to release and along with it tensions and tightness from the body. Recognize how the body begins to feel a greater sense of relaxation just by allowing the inhalations and exhalations to move in the body. Notice how deepening the breath enhances your feelings of well-being. Be aware that you can use this breath at any time in your waking day to enhance feelings of well-being, clarity, and focus. Notice that with each exhalation, you feel a greater sense of inner peace and calmness. Remember that this is a tool that you can use anywhere and any time in your regular waking day. Allow the inhalation and exhalation to become secondary, still smooth and deep, but no longer the center of your attention. Take a moment to recall a difficult or painful personal memory, one from your trigger list that you feel ready and willing to process internally at this time. This should be a memory that encroaches upon and thwarts your present-day functioning. I'll give you a few seconds to locate this memory in your mind. Make an internal note of it when you find it. You'll not need to fully recall the memory at this time, just enough information that you've identified the memory you wish to work on now. Once you've accessed this memory, on the non-dominant hand, the hand you do not write with, Squeeze together your thumb and forefinger. This will serve as an anchor to recall the images, feelings, thoughts, and sensations associated with this memory. Now relax your hands and let your fingers part. Now search in your memory for a time when you felt great feelings of safety and reassurance. You might choose a safe place from your imagination or one that represents a real place and time in your life. Take the time to find a safe place that represents feelings of comfort, safety, and reassurance. Imagine yourself being there in your own mind's eye, in your imagination. Allow your imagination to open up and let yourself see what you would see in this safe place, feeling safe, comfortable, and relaxed. Now hear what you would hear in this safe place, enjoying the sounds that go along with this space, and smell what you would smell, fully perceiving the fragrance of safety and deepening your sense of being in this safe place now. Allow yourself to feel what you would feel, allowing the sensory experience of being in this safe place to heighten. Feeling the air temperature, noticing your own feelings of recreating this safe place in your inner world. Notice the texture of objects and anything else that you're aware of. Identify the exact moment in this situation when you felt the greatest amount of safety. Become aware of the internal dialogue at that moment of safety. What kinds of things was your mind saying during that time of great reassurance and security? Bring those thoughts into your moments now. Embrace positive internal dialogue in this moment. What sensations does your body have as you allow the feeling of safety and joy and the freedom of relaxation? As this sensation reaches its height on the dominant hand, the hand that you write with, squeeze together thumb and forefinger to anchor this experience of safety. Do that now. And now relax your hands and let your fingers part. Now search in your memory for a time when you felt great feelings of confidence and competence. You may choose to use a memory that represents a real place and time in your life, or one from your imagination. Take the time to find the place that represents feelings of confidence and competence. A time when things went smoothly, where you enjoyed feeling like you were handling a situation well. Whatever that time was is good enough for this exercise now. Imagine yourself being there in your own mind's eye, in your imagination. Allow your imagination to open up and let yourself see what you would see in this confident and competent place, feeling like you're doing your best to handle the situation well, where you feel that you're doing your best in your given activity, whatever it is. Allow yourself to feel the feeling of confidence and competence that goes along with the memory. Fully immerse yourself in this place and time, seeing what you would see, hearing what you would hear, smelling what you would smell. Now fully feel what you would feel, think, and sense, and identify the moment in the situation when you felt the greatest amount of confidence and competence. Become aware of the internal dialogue at that moment. What kinds of things was your mind saying during that time of great confidence and competence when things were going well? Bring those thoughts into this moment now. Embrace positive internal dialogue in this moment. What sensations does your body have as you allow the feeling of confidence and competence to rise to its height? As this sensation reaches its height, on the dominant hand, the hand that you write with, squeeze together the thumb and middle finger to anchor feelings of confidence and competence. Do that now. Now relax your hands and let your fingers part. Moving forward, begin again to focus on your inhalation and exhalation. Use your conscious mind to slow and smooth out the inhalation so it becomes long, full, and deep. Bring the inhalation deep into the belly. Release the breath completely. Do not hold the breath at any time. Slowly, fully exhale. As you inhale, bring in cool, smooth, nourishing breath. Exhale any tensions and pause before the next breath. Inhale, full, deep, cool. Exhale, fully releasing. Pause. Repeat breathing, focusing on inhalation and exhalation. Now on the non-dominant hand, squeeze together the thumb and forefinger, firing the anchor of the identified negative memory and recalling this experience. Then release this anchor when you have the memory and the feelings that go along with it. Notice how this experience can change, how you can employ different, more adaptive strategies to this situation when you add the safety anchor on your dominant hand by squeezing together the thumb and forefinger. Do this now. Notice how confidence and competence can also be added to your response, enhancing feelings of resiliency and positive coping strategies. On the dominant hand, squeeze together the thumb and middle finger, anchoring feelings of competence and confidence. I'm going to be silent for a minute of clock time while you relive the identified negative situation, employing the resources of safety, competence, and confidence. Pay attention to what was threatened or triggered you during this experience and identify some new and better ways to handle the situation. Identify strengths that were used and what was done well during this experience. Focus for 1 minute now. Finally, complete whatever needs to be done for this experience to become a part of the past and no longer causing problems in the present. Keep your fingers pressed together, maintaining the anchors for safety, confidence, and competence, while keeping both anchors of safety and competence squeezed. Find the first moment of your identified negative memory and imagine yourself in your own mind's eye, joining your younger self from the past who went through this difficult experience. Imagine yourself sitting with your younger self and beginning a positive, supportive dialogue. Give your younger self the opportunity to speak of the difficult experience, everything that needs to be said. Now provide your younger self with words of support, soothing, and forgiveness. Make sure that your younger self understands that you support the actions that were taken and that you're working to assure that you'll never have to go through an exercise or an experience like that again in the future. Finally, take a moment to tell your younger self about all the strengths and good qualities that you see. Tell your younger self what you respect and how proud you are of all that has been accomplished and the courage required to deal with past difficulties. Encourage your younger self to move forward toward growth and resolution of these past injuries. Again, I'll be silent for 1 minute of clock time while you complete this positive and self-nurturing internal dialogue. Do that now. Now relax your hands and let your fingers part, releasing all anchors. Keeping your eyes closed, allow yourself to move forward in time. Continue to picture yourself moving forward in time until you become aware of the room you arrived at here today. Keeping your eyes closed, continue to move forward into the future, this evening, next week, next month, until you find a time when you can imagine an experience or situation similar to the negative experience you recalled earlier. When you have that future imagined situation in your mind, press together thumb and forefinger on the non-dominant hand, the hand you do not write with, anchoring this future imagined negative situation. Now relax your hand and let the fingers part, releasing this anchor. On the dominant hand, squeeze together forefinger, middle finger, and thumb, bringing feelings of safety, confidence, and competence and potency into this situation, and notice how effectively and efficiently you're able to resolve this situation that at one time would have caused you difficulty. Take a moment to enjoy the experience of competence and potency in this situation. Give yourself permission to feel good about resolving it. I'll be silent for about 30 seconds While you allow these feelings to fully permeate your being, now release all anchors. Move further into the future to find another potential situation where you would have had similar feelings associated with the negative past experience. Once you find this time, on the non-dominant hand, squeeze together fingers and thumb. On the dominant hand, squeeze together thumb, forefinger, and middle finger together, adding feelings of safety and competence. Notice how effortlessly you're able to resolve this situation that would have caused you significant difficulty in the past. Once again, give yourself permission to fully enjoy this experience of confidence and potency. Again, I'll be silent for 30 seconds while you focus. Do that now. Now release all anchors and let the fingers part. Take a moment to review the learning that you've acquired during this exercise. What would you like to take back with you? What do you need to do to assure that you'll remember to implement the learning that you've acquired here? How will you be able to utilize this experience to enhance your life? Can you use these anchors and the anchoring process in the future? How? I'll be silent for approximately 1 minute while you take an inventory and make planned changes for your life. Shortly, but not just yet, you'll be bringing your awareness back into the room with the knowledge that when you do, you'll be feeling fully refreshed and better able to continue with the rest of your day, wiser, stronger, and more inwardly calm in the knowledge of your greater claim to inner resources. As you make your way back into this room, you could begin to have feelings in your hands and feet. Slowly move your hands and feet, your arms and legs, chest and stomach. Make tiny movements in your fingers and toes and tiny movements in your hands and feet. Now lengthen and stretch through to your arms and your hands, legs and feet. You begin to become more and more present behind your eyes. Take a deep breath, and when you're ready, open your eyes to normal waking consciousness. Remember, you can use this exercise whenever you want to process unresolved memories in the future. Take the time now to reflect on your SUDS ratings using the same scale explained in the trigger list earlier. Notice what number best reflects your feelings of distress when you think of this memory now. If the memory is higher, You could begin the exercise again to give yourself more processing time, or try another exercise with this memory in mind to bring it to a greater state of resolution.